Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a special Zoo School Live Prime Day episode. We are going to be hanging out with some of our ambassador animals today to talk a little bit about how you can help us out while you're getting those steals and deals on Amazon for your shopping today. So with us, we'll first introduce our little chinchilla friends. You guys have probably met them before if you are Facebook Live frequent visitors. We have three ambassador chinchillas here at Elmwood Park Zoo. The little white one there, his name is Jerry. The dark gray one is Pichu, and then that little light gray brown one is Tom. And all three of them live here in our education department and help us to educate folks about chinchillas, different exotic species, and how to be good pet owners as well. So today we have a little area set up for them. You can see they've got some cool stuff to engage with because it's really important when we're caring for animals, and even when we're, using them for education, that we display their natural behaviors and we give them a chance to do those natural behaviors and also keep them occupied. You can see chinchillas move around very quickly. They're super zoomy, and they have an amazing ability to jump and climb and squeeze into tiny little spaces. So we try to provide them places that they can do that. Now today we happen to have an Amazon box over there that we are using as well. We recycle and reuse a lot of things here at the zoo, like different cardboard boxes, paper bags, toilet paper tubes, all different kinds of stuff. So we are always happy to get those as donations if anybody is interested in helping us out. Now, we've also got some different types of toys in here. Now, chinchillas aren't necessarily going to play with the same type of toys that your dogs or cats might, but they do like to interact with different objects. So we have a couple little balls here today. This one's actually got some hay inside because chinchillas are constantly chewing on things. They need lots of good little snacks. And it even has a little bell inside. There's some little plastic dumbbells that we can put scents on so that they can smell them. They can chew on these as well, especially because chinchillas do have really specialized teeth. They are in the rodent group, so their front teeth, their incisors, never stop growing. So they constantly need to chew. And we'll come back to that in just a minute. As well as these toys and these little places to jump and climb, we also have some dust bath spaces. So hopefully these guys will engage a little bit with their dust bath. You can see all that white powder. That's actually special volcanic ash that they run around in and they rub their fur in and they kind of clean themselves off with it because chinchillas have extremely thick fur. You can see how fluffy they are. They are incredibly soft, and that's because they have so much more fur and a very dense fur compared to our hair on our bodies. In fact, if you were to check out the hair you might have on your arms or your head, each one of our hairs comes out of its own little hole, its own little follicle. With chinchillas, though, they can have 50 to 60 hairs coming out of each follicle, so it's really super thick. Now, having thick hair means that getting wet is not a good option for chinchillas. So if they were to get completely wet by taking a bath like we do, their fur might not dry out properly, and they could start to grow mold and bacteria and get really sick. So instead, they're going to use this dust to help keep themselves clean. It actually kind of acts a little bit like soap. So we've got some of that set up as well. Now, on Prime Day, some of you guys are going to be shopping. You're going to get those deals for you at home. There's a couple different ways you can help us out here at the zoo while you're doing that. So the first thing you can do is if you use Amazon Prime, you can set up a Smile account, and that basically will give a donation back to the zoo if you select Elmwood Park Zoo as your organization that you'd like to support. And that money can come back to us and help us to provide enrichment, food, care, all the things that we need to do for every single animal here at Elmwood Park Zoo. Not just our chinchillas, but our giraffes, our jaguars, our monkeys, everybody needs lots of food, lots of care. And so your donations using Amazon Smile will actually help us out there. The other thing you can do is check out our Prime wish list. So we have a few items set up here today that we're going to look at. Some of them are related to the chinchillas. Some of them are related to all different types of animals. We'll start with our chins. I mentioned those teeth that they have. They actually have to chew constantly because their really big front teeth are always growing. So we have a couple examples. These are some wooden chews and some different plant material chews that we will give the chinchillas. I'm going to put these in there and see if they'd like to chew on them real quick. So this helps them to take care of their teeth, make sure they stay nice and healthy. They do like to chew on harder objects as well, and we try to give them a wide variety of items. But natural plant materials, natural woods are really good. And as you can imagine, if they're chewing constantly, those materials disappear pretty quickly. There, Tom took his, he decided to take his little chew in there. of course, and borrow it. But if they're constantly chewing on these materials, they go through them very quickly. So we do need to always replace them. So any kind of wooden chew stick, they have like apple sticks and things like that, are always a good option. These guys also really like treats. So we've got a couple examples here. We like dandelion drops. It's actually Pichu's favorite snack. We have some Timothy hay dips. So these are basically little pieces of hay dipped in like a yogurty type material. We have strawberries that are dried. This is one of Jerry's favorite. And then we also have, this one's actually empty, which is so sad. That means we need more of these immediately. Please help our little chinchillas. These are actually dried papaya, and these are really good for Jerry, our white chinchilla. He actually gets foot cream every other day because he has some dry foot pads, and this is his favorite snack that we give him to make it a little bit easier on him. So I'm going to see if they would like any of these snacks. We are always looking for new healthy treats to give our little friends here. So you can imagine we do go through them pretty quickly, especially because we often use them for training. Jerry and Tom and Pichu are crate trained and almost target trained. They train to go and touch a target occasionally, but they also do a ton of encounters here at the zoo. So they meet a lot of people and help them to learn all about chinchillas and also help people relax a little bit. We call it the chinchilla treatment. So if you're having a stressed out week, you can set up a chinchilla treatment and come and meet Jerry, Tom, and Pichu. Jerry is apparently hiding in the box there, but I'm going to leave a couple more little snacks out for them. Here's the strawberries. So we use these treats when they're meeting new friends to help them get up and close and personal and help them feel nice and comfortable around new friends. So we go through quite a few chinchilla treats. We also need treats for some of our other animal friends. I have two examples here for our ferrets. They really like these specific types. This is the Bandit Premium Ferret Treats. They love bacon and they love peanut butter. They are fellows of my similar taste. So we go through these a lot too as well, especially because our ferrets are starting to make an appearance in the zoo for our Zoo Bowl programs. So we need that often to reward them. So aside from food snacks, we also go through a lot of different types of toys or enrichment. So the chinchillas do get wooden enrichment, and our parrots also get wooden enrichment. So they need a lot of different sizes and shapes. You can see this one's been chewed on pretty good. We also give these to our rabbits as well. We have wood rats on exhibit and some other animals that can use these for their enrichment. So we're always kind of looking for new toys to hang to give our parrots, our chinchillas, our wood rats, our rabbits. And then we also need different types of feeders. So these get used by all different kinds of animals. This one's a puzzle feeder. It's kind of cool. It's a spiral shape. We use these for our skunks, for our coati. Some of our big cats get puzzle feeders, our bobcat or otters, things like that. All different kinds of animals at the zoo use puzzle feeders. So they're always helpful, as well as things like Kongs, which are a type of toy you might use if you have pets at home. We have different sizes, different shapes. You can see this one's been chewed on a little bit. So our enrichment gets used very heavily every single day by different types of animals throughout the week. And so you can imagine we go through a lot of different materials, especially for some of our bigger animals. They don't really make Kongs that are Jaguar, approved. This is another example of a cool little puzzle feeder. You can hide treats and snacks inside there as well. So puzzle feeders, Kongs, different toys to hide treats in, wooden treats as well. These are all really important for the enrichment and for making sure we are providing natural foraging options for our animals. If you're interested in the animal housing and their little shelters, we also have a couple options. So the chinchillas don't really use these, but our reptiles do. These are little hides. You can see this one's a cute little hut, a little wooden hut that some of our snakes or lizards could hide under. This one's made of plastic. This is one in particular that we're really looking for. It's pretty cool. It's got some rocks and a couple different levels. We try to provide our snakes, turtles, lizards, all of our different reptiles opportunities to hide and engage with their environment as well. Now, if you're not really into the toys or the snacks or the hides, if you're more of a usage and utility kind of person, I've got the best thing for you. We are really looking for this weather-resistant storage bin. So as you can imagine, having a lot of different materials and items here, we need places to keep them. So this is just an example of a storage bin that we will get a ton of use out of. We use this for bedding for our animals. Our chinchillas and our rabbits all need different types of aspen bedding and hay. They go through a ton of hay, so do our porcupines, and to keep it all safe and weatherproof, we need storage bins. So I'm going to get a close-up shot here on our chinchillas, and we have one more animal friend to meet with us today to talk about a few of the things that she would really like to have. As always, if you guys have any questions about our chinchilla friends or the next animal that pops out, please feel free to drop those in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you guys for joining us today on Prime Day. Remember, if you're interested in helping us out by purchasing any of these items, you can find our wish list on Amazon and through our website. And of course, if you're purchasing things for yourself, make sure you select Elmwood Park Zoo as an Amazon Smile organization so that we can receive some support that way. Jerry and Tom and Pichu are really enjoying this free time today, just getting a little bit of exercise, checking things out. They're chinchilling pretty nicely for us. All right, so we have another friend who's going to join us, a little bit different from our furry chinchilla friends. And I'm going to turn it over to her and Elisa.
Hi guys, I'm sure some of you guys have met this wonderful ambassador animal before. This is Sally. Sally, can you say hello? Oh, that was very good. And Sally is one of our probably most destructive ambassador animals. And it's no fault of her own, it's just how parrots are. And there's a couple things that Sally and her parrot neighbors like Azul, the blue and gold macaw, and our Amazon parrot, Rex, and then our sun conures, they need a lot of things to chew on. So super similar to the chinchillas that you guys have met. They need to chew on things to help to grind down their teeth naturally. Parrots need things to chew on because it's something that keeps them preoccupied, and it also helps to naturally grind down their beak. You can see she's got a really, really sharp beak. That is one dangerous machine there that she can crack open nuts and seeds with. And she really, really enjoys tearing up cardboard, and all of our parrots really enjoy tearing up wood. So I know that Laura showed you a piece before that was a little chewed up. This is very, very no longer as beautiful as it came to us. So this is definitely some destructive behavior that is beneficial because it keeps our parrots preoccupied. And we need lots of these to hang in their enclosures. Something that is often a little bit more expensive that we really need are new perches. So this is in particular Sally's perch. It's got a couple issues. This being one of them, it's a little broken, and we've had to makeshift our perch. If you see, all of the wood is really, really smooth, and we've had to use rope to tie onto it. Super similar to our birds of prey that also need some good perching is our parrots really need good perching. So you can see on her T-perch as well, she's torn a lot of the wood off. And having smooth wood is actually detrimental to the feet of all of our birds. So whether it's parrot or a bird of prey, we really need textured materials. So textured perching, textured T-perches, textured perches so that we can have her go on her perch and hang out and have a good time to help her to not get sores on the bottoms of her feet. Because remember, wild birds of prey and wild parrots, they're going to be standing and perching on lots of different, wow, yep, that's squeaky. One beneficial aspect of this squeaky, turny, broken perch, I guess, is that I can turn her back around. But all of our birds need lots of different textured perching to help make sure that their feet are really nice and healthy, and also to make sure that if they're chewing on any type of wood, that their beaks are remaining healthy as well. So any type of wooden, hard, perching and wooden toys are perfect for Sally and maybe Azul and our conures.
All right, guys, remember if you would like to help us out, check out our Amazon wish list. And of course, as you're enjoying your Prime Day, make sure you select Elmwood Park Zoo as your smile organization. Thank you for joining us today and hanging out with little Sally. Remember, we have so many cool items. If you are interested in helping out any of the animals here at the zoo, a lot of our items are listed with who they might go to. As I said, with the different types of toys and things, those things might go to multiple types of animals, but we do have some specific treats and hides and things if you have a certain animal that happens to be your favorite. We're going to come back on over and hang out with our chinchillas for just another moment. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay nice and dry out there. Our little chinchilla friends are going to be doing the same, hiding out in their little box here. All right, everyone, have a great day. We'll see you again sometime soon on Zoo School Live.